Hello, everyone. It's Elizabeth Heffner. I'm a Sapphire Ambassador with Plexus, and I'm super excited to share with you. So once a month here in Rock Your Purpose, we try to do a special, we do a special call with you. So you're hearing directly from your Rock Your Purpose leaders. We love hearing from our pink power jewels and diamonds, but it's so nice to be able to address things that are happening right here in our Rock Your Purpose page. So I wanted to share a little bit about retention tonight. I'm sure I'll have some other nuggets for you. So if you're up for it, please grab a piece of paper, write some notes, grab the notes app on your phone, something, because I just really want us to be able to take away and put into practice what we're learning every week, okay, on any call that we're on, book club and calls. So retention, your friends have trusted you with their $100. They've said, here you go, here's $100. I'm ready to get started with my health journey. This is a big deal. Like, I am careful, even as a Sapphire, with where my $100 go, right? And I want us to really take that seriously. There is a reason that Plexus didn't put these products on the shelf of Walmart, because they wanted a story behind them. Corporate wanted that story, the personal touch, that follow-up behind what we have to offer, and take that so seriously. We are not leggings, So I, for one, have yet to buy $100 pair of leggings. But if I did, there's two ways that could go. One, if I'm selling $100 pairs of leggings, I'm probably just going to sell them and then follow up when there's a new style or a new this or a new that, or someone says, I really like this type of legging, and I'm going to put them on that list to follow up. But I'm not really like checking in with them multiple times over the first 120 days of them using their leggings, right? I would hope that they would message me and say, I have a hole in my $100 leggings. This is a problem. What do I need to do? But there are probably people who wouldn't do that, and they would just let it go and say, well, I'm never buying those leggings again. They don't work. They're terrible quality. They're going to badmouth that company. They're going to badmouth the person that sold them to them. And then they're going to ghost that person forever, right? That is what we don't want to have happen. There are changes to our bodies when we take these products, and it's our responsibility to help our people get through them. And you can do this. You are more than capable. You have tons of resource at your fingertip. There's no reason why you can't. So, and I want you to think, like, are you thinking, I need my people to get healthy? This is their goal. I'm going to remind them of that. Are you taking their goal seriously? Or are you thinking of this as quick cash? Because if you're thinking quick cash, then go get your $35 for every join that you get and go on your way. But that doesn't create residual steady income. That is quick cash, $35. Okay, this month it's more, right? If you get to every two, you get a double building business bonuses. Like, that's awesome. And Plexus is giving us this amazing gift and amazing bonuses as quick cash, but that doesn't create sustainable income. The bonuses that Plexus has given us have changed several times over this year. Every month it's been something different. What we have, though, is the opportunity to have actual steady income every single month. That is why I left a professional level, premium paid PT job, because I have steady income coming in. And now it's not about my steady income. It is about helping you create that steady income as well. And, we want to think, what is their best interest? Their best interest in investing that $100 in themselves is to also get over the detox, get over the hump, get to where they are truly seeing amazing results, because then they're going to want to stay on their products forever, and they're consumable. It's just like we don't quit buying toothpaste after a month or when the tube runs out, because, well, I'm out of my toothpaste, I guess I don't need to brush my teeth. No. I was doing some research on how quickly our cells regenerate. So there's a couple articles out there. It's really interesting. Like, some cells are regenerating very quickly. Some are slower. Our neurons in our brain, our nervous system, that does not regenerate. What you're born with is what you have. You can rewire our brain. There's the rewiring, but we're not making new brain cells, right? So you can do some research, but essentially like every 90 days, there's a huge change in our body and our cellular function. And I was reading even that you have a whole new body every 7 years. So that's really interesting because I've been on these products 6 years, and there are things that I have continued to improve on even 6 years in, because my body has healed so much from the inside out. And it wasn't quick. I had chronic illnesses. I had chronic RA, inflammation, Lyme disease, right? And I have to mention this because our team, Rock Your Purpose, is really, 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 really good at recruiting people that have major illnesses and chronic disease processes and chronic inflammation. We're really good at that. We're very good at it because we come from a lot of people that have had similar experiences. And so we feel very passionate and we want to help people turn the corner. But that also means that you have a, frankly, even bigger responsibility to help those people see that they didn't get sick in 30 days and it's going to take time to get better. It's going to take time. So I cannot even believe when I think back to how horrible I felt getting out of bed in the morning and how horrible I felt going to bed at night 6 years ago, and how I'm essentially able to get up and move pretty well most of the time. And I go to bed and fall asleep immediately without burning pain in my toes. Like, it's amazing. I'm not hurting to move against the sheets. So that's a whole nother story, but you guys, I was miserable going to bed and I was miserable getting up. So, I want to think about, when we have, okay, here we go. I'm going to back up for a second. So the definition of retention in Plexus is that it's the ability to keep our customers committed to the process and excited about their goals. And here's the secret too. Our job as leaders is to help our people remain excited. So that is excited about the next rank, excited about helping their people, excited about recruiting, excited about retention. And it goes the same with our product users, that our job is to help them be excited. So let me tell you, one of the best things that you can do is when you're checking in with your people and they say, wow, I only drank 1 Coke instead of 3 yesterday. You are going to celebrate that. You are going to shout that from the rooftops with them. And you're going to say, oh my gosh, you need to post that, because I am sure there are people in your life struggling with their sugar cravings and Coke addictions too. You need to post that. You aren't asking them, oh, well, do you feel comfortable posting that? No, you're just saying, oh my gosh, you need to post that. You could help so many. The majority of our population is yellow. That means that they're helpers. And even though, like, I'm a physical therapist and a mom of 4, I am a helper by nature, but it's not always like as shining star as Nicole's or Melissa Allen's. Okay. But I am a helper too. Like, you can be a more dominant of a different personality, but still want to help people. Okay. So when you say you could help people by sharing that and keeping them excited, and then they have people commenting like, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. Look how encouraging that is. That is encouraging to them. And it's helping them be more comfortable sharing about Plexus. So keeping them excited, that is a huge key. And keeping ourselves excited. This is why we talk about positive affirmations. This is why we have community. This is why we have calls like this. This is why we have book club, because we want to remain excited as well. Okay. Because there is this repetition of onboarding people, and I'll get into that too. So we really want to encourage people. I want you to have a positive health experience. Okay. So when you think of retention, you want to think about retention from the time you're helping somebody get started on their products, from that recruiting standpoint. So getting on the phone. I am on the phone with 95% of the people that I sign up. There are very small situations where I may say, okay, I can send you the directions, but only if you promise to call me or message me if you're having any trouble or you get stuck at all. And I get that commitment first, because there's just been people that are like, I'm driving, I'm this, I can't, whatever, whatever it is. However, that is not my favorite way to onboard someone, because I can tell you from experience that that makes it harder to keep them on their products. It does, because you haven't had this opportunity to get on the phone with them, to be confident with your voice. Oh, I'm really excited for you. Yeah, my friend had migraines and this was her story. And I know that with time and consistency, we can help you with your migraines. Using those tools that we have, that Gut Health and Happiness and Beyond, using those testimonies, using our Plexus YouTube channel, and all that. So let me back up. If there's an instance where you haven't been able to get on the phone with someone to sign them up, get on the phone with them as soon as possible. Hey, when are you driving home from work this week? Are you free Tuesday or Thursday on your drive home? I'd love to chat with you and make sure that I'm answering all your questions. You can still get on the phone with them. And then you can go back and explain any of this that may need to be gone back over. Really asking for a 90-day commitment. I have 2 people right now that I have to help them see the vision of sharing and getting these bonuses and getting their products covered, because they know they could sign up with this 10% off sale, but they don't feel comfortable committing to further beyond that. And so now what is my job? It isn't, okay, we'll see you later, you can't afford $100 a month. My job is to say, if you're struggling with $100 a month commitment, then please let me help you create more financial margin in your life, right? And then we're going into that. We're going into a business recruit now, because they need the products and the finances. And then you want to just really explain to people what is in it for them. So perks, Plexus perks. This is genius. Plexus is amazing to offer this. A few years ago, we were like, have 100 PV, because when people had 100 PV, we got paid. We didn't get paid anything if it was under 100 PV. They could have 99 PV. I got 0 paycheck. So we were very like, come on, you need 100 PV, right? Which people do, because what is the best thing for them? It's to have their consistent use of triplex. And, we know ease and X factor and active, like, you guys, like, there's so many benefits to our products, and that one product is only meant for one thing. Our products are multi-purposeful. They help multiple things. So of course that's in their best interest to have 100 PV, but now they get their perks to show for that. And so it truly is for them. And then we can help them afford additional products because they're using their perks for their ease or X factor, amazing. I'm so grateful that we have that to offer them, that Plexus does that. And then we have the opportunity now to upgrade to a business account. And so that's huge, because we're going to drip that. What do you do for a living if you don't know the person well? Oh, tell me how your teaching job is going. Oh, my friend Christina, she retired from her teaching job because she wanted to create more time and financial freedom in her life. I didn't ask for a commitment to the business. I didn't say you need to do this business with me, which I have said that to people as well. But I'm dripping something they can relate to when I'm signing them up, so that they've heard something. They've heard something about the business that is an option for them. And then really helping them get the best welcome pack that is going to suit their needs. So I usually use the big weight loss advanced welcome pack, because they're getting 28 meals, a full triplex, active, and MetaBurn. It's an incredible value. Those big welcome packs are $360 to $400 worth of product that they're getting for, like, right now with the 10%, $179. That's huge. And then nothing goes bad. So I always tell people, like, hey, you might only need a half a pack of active depending on what you're preferring. So that's going to last you a long time. But I'm giving them options to choose what is working with their body. Active, people notice a difference quicker with that. And so that can be really important. So definitely get with your sponsor to learn how to recommend certain welcome packs. And we can give you the tools and resources. There's information on Plexus Worldwide YouTube channel that you can check out and product packs, We have lots of training on products. Gut Health and Happiness has lots of information on the products too. So using that, and then really, you know, managing that expectation of, again, it takes time to heal our bodies. Lauren's call from February 8th, she really goes through our systems, the systems, how to share, what to do, how to onboard someone. So I'm not going to repeat all of that, but know that our checklist has been updated. It's in a PDF file in Rock Your Purpose. Lauren's special call from February 8th talks about the systems. Check that one out, and just refer back to those. Okay. So, and then the other thing is I really talk to people about a 90 to 120 day commitment, not 60. I honestly don't tell people about the 60-day money back guarantee. I don't, because 60 days is about the time that if someone hasn't gone through an initial detox, they will go through a detox. And their first instinct is, I feel worse. These products aren't working. I messaged a friend from the gym. Well, I used Plexus before, and then all of a sudden it quit working and I quit. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry you had that experience. There are so many things that could have played into that. And if you ever want to visit, you know, why, I would love to help you. Like, were you taking up to 4 ProBio 5? Were you drinking your water? Were you taking your Slim consistently? Were you drinking it, or were you mixing it in 40 ounces of water and drinking it all day? You know, there were so many things that she wasn't my person, but she had this experience in the past, and there was a drop off. There was something that didn't happen. One of my girls was telling me that a friend of hers who had used Plexus in the past and then joined in with her, so into our team, and this young woman only ever took 1 ProBio 5. So just understand that our team has amazing training, being power on down, and we have great tools and great, like, we have to get people using their products correctly. If you're struggling to know what that means, for sure, please reach out to your sponsor and they can reach up, and we'll make sure you know what people actually need to be taking. But that was another team. So there are holes with people's Plexus experiences, and we don't want them to come from our team and from us. So I was asked about detox. So how do you actually help educate someone on detox without, 1, freaking them out, right? And 2, getting them successfully over that, besides just tag. And, you know, I don't always talk about detox when I'm signing them up, but I will say, you'll notice changes right away. And I want you to check in with me and ask me any question, no matter how silly it might be, because I'm here to help you. And then I'll say, you know, our bodies do take time to change. So you're going to notice more and more improvements over time. If I think because of their medical history or something that they are going to detox, I will let them know. I think you might have some detox. So it's going to be really important that you follow closely with me. In our 10 points of contact, so in guide number 2, it's down a few files in there, and it's this pink graphic, 10 points of contact. There is some detox information built into that, okay? But because you're following up with people, like I've had people recently detox within the first 3 days. So I'm not going to wait until I get to that point in the 10 points of contact to send them that information. I'm going to send it to them, and I'm going to ask lots and lots of questions. How much water are you drinking? Mixing your Slim in, how long is it taking you to drink it? How much water are you drinking throughout the day? How many BioCleanse? How many ProBio? What time of day are you taking ProBio? What time of day are you taking BioCleanse? Like, ask every question you possibly can. How much are you going to the bathroom? And I'll use the poop emoji, like, you know, like being really specific. And please, like, this is a case where if you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not sure what to ask 1 question. If you ask 3, you probably will only get the answer to 1 anyway. So say, how much water are you drinking throughout your day? Send some screenshots to your sponsor and get feedback as to what to ask next, instead of going, well, I asked a question, I'm just going to wait. So be proactive in that. And then I'll send videos, I'll tag them. I'll say, hey, I tagged you in this and Rock Your Purpose. And then I'll send the link directly to that post in the chat. I tagged you in this. Let me know when you can watch it. It's 10 minutes. So I'll let people know, like, how long do they need to wrap their brain around watching something, And then I'll ask, like, what was your biggest takeaway? What did you think of the video in terms of your detox? Where do you relate to what was explained? So I'm asking questions. And this goes to, for that 10 points of contact, is that we aren't just sending this stuff and going, well, I checked the box, I checked the box, I checked the box, so I did my job, and hands off about it. You're sending that information in a 3-way chat. And if they are not engaging in there, then make sure that you are reaching out to them. Okay, is texting better? And I honestly tell people when I'm signing them up, like, I'm going to be using Messenger. So please check in with your Messenger until we get through this initial, like, 90 to 120 days, because I don't want you to miss out. And I want to be able to best help you. I said, I use Messenger because it's easy to scroll back and find stuff, as well as search in Messenger to find what we're looking for. And I give them a reason as to why we use Messenger and not text or email or something. Okay. If someone, and I've had people like, can you print, I need to see it in writing. Okay, let me print it off and I'll drop it in the mail to you if they can't print at home. Some people can print at home. Some people need whatever. So here you go. Like, we can go the extra mile, because that's not every single person. It's very, very, very far and few between that would need that extra, like, print it off or something, but we can do that. So figuring out what the best way is to communicate, and you might just have to say, like, let's use Messenger. Can you check it once a day for this first little while? Because that way we can keep track of where you're at and use that as our resource, so I don't lose track of you or something. And just things to kind of remember. So Plexus is working with our body to heal. You're not necessarily going to see healing, not always. Okay. You won't notice. Like, that's my hesitation to give people samples. Well, I had that Slim that you gave me and I didn't feel anything. Well, I didn't expect you to feel anything after one dose of Slim. I gave it to you so you could try the taste. I actually don't give away that many samples unless I am very specifically asked. And then I definitely set the expectation. I manage that expectation of, okay, that I will give this to you, but this is just to test your flavors out. This is why. We're not, like, expecting the world to change in the next from one sample, So what our society is used to is you take a medication, there's a change 20 minutes later. Someone has high blood pressure, they take their blood pressure, it's high, they take their blood pressure medications, they recheck their blood pressure 20 to 30 minutes later, and their blood pressure, if the medication is at the right dosage, is lower. Okay, we have a headache, we go take some Excedrin or whatever it is, 20 to 30 minutes later, we feel better. Heartburn, I have heartburn. Let me go take some Tums. Let me go take this. Let me go take that. 20 minutes later, they feel better, because those substances are all chemically altering our body. They are synthetically doing something. And there are consequences to all medications. So we might feel better. Headache might be gone. The heartburn might be gone. The blood pressure might be lower, but those are all masking an underlying something, underlying candida, inflammation, major inflammation, a liver that needs to be cleansed, whatever it is. Okay. So we have to remind people that you're not going to take your ProBio 5 and feel any differently 20 minutes later. X Factor, a lot of people do feel better taking X Factor. They can, like, feel the burst of energy. And active you can feel. Slim and active mixed together, like, that's my unicorn drink. That's my favorite. And I feel better. Okay. But when we break a bone, immobilize, cast, whatever, 6 weeks. Do you see the bone healing? Do you feel the bone healing? I've never personally broken a bone, but my son, one of my sons, has broken 5, I think, bones. So we've had that experience. So you don't really feel the pain does dissipate, thank the Lord. Usually right after it's immobilized, though. You don't see the bone healing. They can't even tell the bone's healing till they take x-rays. 6 weeks. Is the person in the cast going, well, these doctors are crazy and I can't believe they put me in a cast for 6 weeks because I can't see anything changing and blah, 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 whatever. No, they're wearing their cast because they know their bone is broken and they know that it's the treatment protocol. So we need to kind of remind people this is taking time. It's healing from the inside out. And then you take the cast off, and generally it's still another 6 weeks to have complete remodeling of that bone. That depends on age and I think health, but really that's the time it takes for those cells to do their job and completely regenerate. So with my son, he's had these broken bones and he'll feel better pretty quickly. We went to the doctor for his toe fracture and he's like, I don't want you jumping and running around. Like, you can wear a tennis shoe, but I don't want you running and jumping and all this stuff because it still needs to heal, even though you don't feel pain anymore, right? So we still had to manage that and be careful. So, and this is a mindset. So I have a challenge for you. I have a challenge that you don't touch your bonuses and your money until you have from a new person joining you, until you've earned it. Until you've earned it. And I mean 90 days in. When that person has completed their 90 days, then you can touch that money. How would you behave and treat that person differently? How would you manage your finances differently? How diligent would you be with this person's $100, $300, right? Their $300. How diligent would you be if you didn't take those bonuses out of your bank account or pay tuition, however you manage it, if you didn't touch them for 90 days for each join that you had? How would that change your mindset around retention? Because that is truly what it's about. Back in the day, we would sign someone up and we got a building business bonus. That's it. We got a building business bonus. Their subscription wasn't automatically on. We're like, check that box, make sure that you are getting your subscription. And this is why. One, we don't want you to have to remember to order. We want you to stay on your products. Okay. It's coming to you. This was before perks. There was no like huge incentive other than, I don't want you to forget to order and run out. That was the incentive that we could offer and I want you to be consistent so you see healing over time. We didn't get pay points when they signed up. We sure, in goodness sakes, did not get 6 pay points for a level 1. So the way Plexus has changed this has made it easier for us to have quicker money. But I think it's also made it easier for us to take advantage of that and not give our all to our people. So that's what I had on retention. And then my other tips, since we started early, I get extra time, right? Is that how this works? I want you to be checking your back office every day. It's really easy, you guys. Like, I do it every day and I'm a Sapphire. So you can do this. You can all do this. So what I do is I check my points, and I have in my planner, it like has each month. And so I can write how many points I have. I'll show you a blank one. So it just has like every day of the week. And so now I can compare like July, August, September. Where are my points every day on the first of the month, the second, the third? Okay. And this gives us that, it helps us to see over time where we're at and where our team is going. And are we getting growth? Are we staying stagnant? Are we dropping? And you can't go back in your back office and go, what were my points 3 days ago? So I challenge you to just jot it down. And you can get just a cheap calendar. You can just write it on a sheet of paper. I mean, whatever it is you need to do. My planner came like that. I was like, perfect. This is so perfect for this. Checking every day for credit card errors. A lot of times too, especially with being able to pay with PayPal and Venmo, that subscription, it's a glitch right now that they're working on. But right now, if they sign up with PayPal, it doesn't run that PayPal as their subscription. They have to go in and tweak something in order for that subscription to run. So it will be a decline. It will say canceled. It won't run that subscription. So those are things to look for, because again, we want people to stay on their products consistently. so they get their best results. And they probably don't know. They're expecting that subscription to go through, and their Venmo or their PayPal is like holding it up. So I'm sure that they're fixing that. And then checking your perks report. So checking to see if someone's at risk for losing their perks and helping them to reestablish their subscription. Melissa Allen put an amazing post in Rock Your Purpose with screenshots. I just tagged somebody in it a few hours ago, so it should be fairly near the top, but it shows people like, okay, I need my subscription to process right now. So how do I set that up? And it shows if you want to change your date to a different date, and you can do that. So checking your perks so people don't lose that free money. Just for signing up, they're getting 250 perks, which is like $25 of free product. And then I think you need 270 is the lowest amount of perks to cash in for something for free. So helping people make sure that they're getting at least a couple orders in. And the other thing with perks that I have been doing is if someone has 1,200, 1,500 perks, like, hey, let's get you ordering some extra active, or get your skincare, get your collagen, like use them, because what we don't want is someone to use their perks for their triplex and then shut their subscription off, right? The perks are meant to be a perk, not to take the place of our monthly order. So helping people get the E's, get the X Factor, get some active, get the skincare, helping them to try new products so that they have more options in their repertoire is really, really helpful. So also, this is kind of an aside. I didn't work it into my talk here, but it's okay to be grateful and content and in awe of your life. And you should be. God has blessed us. We have so many blessings. We live in a country that is extremely blessed, right? But it doesn't mean that you should just fall back on this idea that I have a 9-to-5 that I get to go to. I have a husband that has a good job. And if anything has shown us in the last 2 years that life is unstable and unpredictable, and we don't know if it could happen again, like I don't know how else that isn't more blatant than right now. But we don't want to work our business, our Plexus business, as if we're just, it's a side business. It's on the side. I can put it away. I don't have to work that because I have to go to work in the morning. I'm not saying you have to work 10 hours a day on your Plexus. I'm saying you have to work every day on your business, and you have to schedule that time in and have non-negotiables and have office hours. Okay. Because we want to move the needle forward in our businesses, or you wouldn't be on this call at 9:30 at night. You wouldn't be. And so it's good to be grateful and content, but it doesn't mean you have to be comfortable. It means you can say, I want even more financial and time margin in my life. And as I do it, I am an inspiration to those in my life that they can do it too. Because I think we all know people that desperately need time and financial freedom. I have aging mothers, a mother and mother-in-law. They don't have spouses anymore to take care of them. I want to make sure I am available to my mom and my mother-in-law as much as I possibly can be. And that wouldn't happen probably if I was working full-time still. Okay. We are all in different circumstances, but there's people in your life that desperately need something. They can work from home so they can have that flexibility around their children's schedule. Or they were like me and working in a job, but in pain all day long doing it, right? That wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. And I was like, that honestly probably propelled me a lot, because I'm like, I can work from home and help people. I can not be lifting and tearing apart my body, and I can be helping people, right? And I'm still fulfilling what God has called me to do, which is helping people. So anyway, that's what I have to say. If you have questions, you guys, please ask. Like, we can't help you if you're not asking questions. If you have follow-up questions on any of this, get them to your sponsor. They'll get them to the appropriate person to best answer them. If they can't, we're definitely good at that. And our team is working together. So thank you for your time. Thanks for getting on. I appreciate you all so much. Have a good night.